Hi, Bill Henshaw here again, Constitutional Crisis Channel, continuing on the road to recovery and the road to our getting redress of grievance. Now today I got a big shout out for good old Donald Trump, and boy is he right to want to challenge the election results, but not for the reason he thinks. There is, in my view, a lot of hanky-panky that does go on election day, but it isn't the challenge that I bring. Much better is to challenge the Electoral College, because one of the few things all constitutional scholars, all serious ones, agree on is that the electors are appointed by the state legislatures by whatever manner they choose to do it. There's some controversy about that, but clearly it's the authority of the state legislatures. My position, for those of you that have followed my earlier videos, know this and know that I used it to blow them out in South Carolina, that's why I'm sitting here today, is there are no states. If that's true, where can we find state legislatures that can appoint electors to the Electoral College? Oh, you start asking questions like this in traffic court, criminal court, the place is going to go bonkers, because that opens up Pandora's box. Because without that, not only do we have no president, but even if you're in a territory, and trust me, you are, most territorial officers have to be appointed by the president, Article 2, Section 2, Paragraph 2, or be appointed by a territorial governor appointed by the president, and we don't have any of those. Where do these people in office get their bona fides to hold positions of honor, profit, and trust in government? You see where I'm going. And this is not hard. You just have to think about it, which you would be doing had they taught us this stuff when we were in their mandatory public education system. If I had gotten 10 minutes of this 50 years ago, things would be a lot different. They never went there. Never heard of any of this then. But I'm telling you, and I've just walked out of a jail in South Carolina, and I'm sure they didn't want to set me free, but they were forced to do it because they couldn't have this stuff go on the record, because now we're going to convict them of treason, and it's now going to be their ass in jail. And no sooner that that starts happening, we're going to see some real changes. Because what works there works in California, North Dakota, Louisiana, wherever it is you happen to be, across the board. So I want to thank Donald Trump for bringing that up. This is a great learning lesson for my listeners out there, and to tell your friends and neighbors and say, hey, take a look at this. No elections, certainly not for president. Inhabitants of territories do not vote for senators, since there is no United States senator that comes from a territory. And the House of Representatives, guess what? Like in California, we got 50 of them, right? Wrong-o. In a territory, you have one non-voting member of the House of Representatives, and that's only pursuant to the largesse of Congress. There's nothing in the Constitution about that. And that's a story for another day, but trust me, no elections. And they're going to be hearing about this next week when I go before the Board of Supervisors. I've already sent them letters on this. I'm going to say, guys, read what I wrote you. It's important because of all the trouble you're in and the fact that we should be on the same side. And I want to encourage you to do the same thing with your local people. Say, hey, we're on the same side here. We're trying to get back to where we should be. There'll be some perceived controversy about it, but when the dust clears, there really is nothing there other than the original intent of the framers of the Constitution. If you learn that and stick to it, you're going to be gangbusters when you go into even their courts, quote unquote. Thank you.